Welcome back to Chalk Talk. England beat Ukraine 2-0 at Wembley Stadium earlier in their latest Euro 2024 qualifier. On to the key statistics for the game then. England dominating ball possession with 58% ball possession compared to Ukraine's 42%. It did seem a lot more in the game. 58 seems quite a low number having watched the game. XG 2.2 for England, and Ukraine managed a very small 0.12, which meant there were very few shots on goal for them. 3 shots on goal, none on target. England dominated in this proceeding as well with 18 shots on goal with 8 on target. On to the key analysis of the game then. England starting with this 4-3-3 base shape, which Gareth Southgate seems to be really enjoying at the moment and is getting a lot of success from. First key point of the game then, England had this narrow and compact mid-block to avoid being played through. If you see on here with the lines added in, we can see here that they do enjoy playing this mid-block, partly due to Harry Maguire's probably lack of pace at the back, but they've had a lot of success with this, and they've got that compact unit and are happy to show the opposition wide. Southgate spoke in his interview afterwards that he felt that Ukraine were very dangerous when they're trying to pass through the centre, and he wanted to make sure this was clogged up, so it's difficult for them to proceed through that central corridor. On to the second key point then, KANE as a false 9 to draw opponents out. Harry Kane now is becoming one of the best players in the world at dropping into this false 9 role and receiving and turning and setting up play for Tottenham and England. And he does it so well. It causes such problems for opposition because the centre halves don't know whether to follow him or not, and then midfielders, communication issues. And he drops into this area and he's able to spray passes out wide like he did for SAKA and find those wide players. And it causes teams so many problems. His passing range is incredible. I would probably go as far to say that his passing in terms of world football at the moment is probably on par with Kevin De Bruyne, and I think that's a fair reflection on his abilities as a goal scorer and a creator at the moment. On to the next key point then, we saw this MADDISON and CHILWELL rotation. Obviously, Ukraine set up to be hard to beat, and honestly, they were trying to have a compact shape as well, and potentially showing them wide. MADDISON was inverting a lot of the time to cause problems on this left-hand side of the rotation. You can see it there as MADDISON comes infield. Obviously, Kane's dropped in that false 9 as well to cause more problems for Ukraine. And Chilwell was then able to get real height. You can see the back 3 there. Also a trigger if Chilwell does push high and wide like that is for Maguire, Stones, and then Walker just to tuck around a bit. So there's a little balance in the shape just in case they do get counter-attacked. And this was a feature of England's play, obviously, whilst keeping Saka high and wide on the right still. And you can see they've got a lot of bodies in midfield there to dominate the ball possession there at Wembley tonight. And then on to the last key point, talking about England trying to overload this left side so that they leave Saka in a 1v1 high and wide on the right, or sometimes Saka will drift inside. But the idea, and a lot of teams, top level teams now, will be trying to preach this principle of overload to isolate, where you can see here they've got a lot of players in that left-hand channel and left-hand side half space there to cause Ukraine problems and make their shape shift across. And then obviously that leaves Saka high and wide on the right to then, for obviously we've seen Kane get balls to him, but then if they can spin it back out and go back out the other way, it causes teams huge problems. And it was a very big feature of England's play tonight. England looking very dominant. Obviously beat Italy the other day as well. They now top the group and look very, very comfortable indeed. Obviously Jude Bellingham had a starring role tonight as well and looks the real deal. Obviously he looks like he could be making a move to the Premier League potentially in the summer. And this England team are really firing now, and it was a really well organised professional performance from England at Wembley tonight, and it puts them in a great position moving forward to qualify. Thank you for listening, guys. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe.